Good morning everybody. So today we are going to do something which is very exciting, okay? But for that I want you to be in smaller groups. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call 4 people from the class. Okay? So 4 of you. Okay, now what you're going to do is you are going to choose your own team. Each group is to come out with 5 questions for a quiz. Okay?
Okay.
5 questions for a quiz. You also need to prepare an answer sheet for that. Okay? Each group will come here. You distribute your photocopies or your set of your questions to each group. Give them 10 minutes and let them solve it. Okay? After 10 minutes, what you're going to do is you're going to exchange it with the people in the group. They can just have somebody else's answer sheet, and then you discuss those answers with them, and they will correct it for each other, and after that you take it from there. Okay?
Which statement relates to Bernoulli's principle? Okay, so the correct answer was C.
Today we are going to do an assessment which is on creative writing. Okay? So there are going to be different airplanes, different types of airplanes. You can choose one of the airplanes from that one and you can write a creative essay on it. Okay? The word limit is going to be 700 minimum to 1200 maximum words. Okay? You convey your narrative in the first person because you are doing it as an autobiography, right? So it's an autobiography of an aeroplane. Alright?
Most of the learning centers around, the focus is normally on the assessments always in the learning part. Now how do we break that? Now teachers often mistake assessment as a, the learning as a preparation for the assessment, which should not be the focus. The assessment is basically, it's not an outcome, it's a process that needs to be reviewed, that needs to be enjoyed by the students, and it should emerge very organically in the learning process. One myth that is one mistake that most of the teachers normally do is that they think that assessment is basically feedback for students. I think it's rather a feedback for a teacher to see how effective her teaching, how effective her, the transfer of her, teaching method has been on the students. So teachers should actually take it as a feedback to reflect upon their own learning tools and techniques to see how learning can be actually more fun and process driven rather than just focusing on the assessments. Also, the assessment needs to also take care of various stakeholders. Various stakeholders should be a part of the learning process. Like it should not always be the teacher who's assessing the students. Sometimes a student should be given a chance to assess himself or herself. Peer group should be assessing the student. There could be an expert coming from outside. Sometimes the other class, different classes can actually give feedback to the students on their learning. The assessment has to emerge as a learning process which is enjoyable, which is fun-based, which includes diverse ways of assessment, and feedback mechanism should be incorporated or integrated in that. Now the assessments can vary from a very specific, task-specific assessments of essay writing, from something like a debate, something like a role play or a stimulation or a field work, lab work, creating a design, coming out with a model, making a working model. As teachers, we projected assessments as something which should be scared of. If we make the assessment process a fun process, if we make it more enriching, if we make it something the students will get a very non-judgmental review of their work, assessments are definitely going to be fun.